Hi everyone, welcome to Health Vibe, your wellness lounge here at the Philippine Star. My name is Kai Magsanok, features editor of the Star and a health and wellness advocate because I keep saying this just like you, naging pasyente na rin po ako o merong mahal sa buhay na nagkaroon ng malubhang sakit. So speaking of malubhang sakit, with us here today is Dr. Gwendy Agra, a physician, a mom, an ally, and a social media literacy advocate. Doc Gwen's expertise is in internal medicine and respiratory care. She integrates wellness strategies into her clinical practice. Dr. Agra advocates for preventive health and patient education in maintaining optimal well-being. So super busy, but she's here to talk about COPD. Hi, Doc Gwen. Good day.
Hello, Kai. Good day. Good day to everyone.
Yeah, perfect. Perky. Pag-usapan natin.
Kasi wellness, kailangan well tayo.
Correct. And you know, this morning I was just thinking, you know how patients feel shy or scared to disclose the truth to their healthcare professionals, to their doctors, no? Kasi they feel scared or intimidated. Pero si Doc Gwen po, na-interview ko pa lang siya sa Joyful Wellness Journal ng PhilStar Next. Shout out kina Sir Lucien at Miss J. Click na po kami agad kasi siya po yung doktor na hindi ka mahihiyang magsabi ng totoo. No? Papatawanin ka pa niya. At ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay medyo seryoso, no? And a lot of people heard about COPD when Dolphy passed away from it about 10 years ago, no? Or a little less than 10 years ago. Pero what exactly is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease? Diba? Ano ba talaga ito? Kailangan nating maklaro sa episode na to.
Yes.
No, Doc?
Okay. So, chronic, ibig sabihin long-standing. No? Most of the time, it develops over time. At matagalan siya, hindi siya yung nagka-ubot sipon ng 3 araw tapos gagaling. Hindi po ganon. Chronic siya, long-standing, and it's progressive. As we age, lalo na tumatanda, pa-worsen yung lung function. Obstructive meaning there's limitation in airflow. So our lungs, our respiratory system is composed of some tubes, and then at the end, merong mga air sacs. So these tubes are actually obstructed. They get tightened, they get blocked by mucus, they are inflamed, and then at the end, there are air sacs that sort of inflate and deflate like balloons, no? And they lose their elasticity. So sometimes when they inhale, it contains some air and it does not return back to normal, kaya some air is trapped. That's why patients would manifest as having shortness of breath, coughing, wheezing, having excessive mucus, or sometimes they just feel that no air can go in anymore kasi air is trapped inside.
Doc Gwen, kung ikikwento ko yung COPD sa kapitbahay ko, how would I describe it to them?
Ano siya? Sakit ng lungs na masyadong na pangmatagalan. Hindi siya actually reversible, hindi siya nababalik sa normal, no? Kadalasan dahil sa naninigarilyo, exposed sa pollution, tapos yung mga sanga-sanga ng airways na naapektuhan hanggang dun sa dulo ng parang mga sako ng air. Lahat yan napipinsalaan dahil sa mga pollution, dahil sa smoking, dahil sa mga particles, or minsan actually dahil sa hindi na control na asthma, parang nagkakaroon siya ng airway remodeling na tinatawag, nagbe-behave siya like COPD. So these are, kaya nga sabi nila dun sa libro, heterogeneous disease, hindi siya yung nakakahon na ito, nanigarilyo, ito, ganito ka na agad. Minsan, mix siya of different pollutants, different irritants, and some patients would respond differently. No? May mga smoker na hindi ganun kapangit yung lung function, meron namang konti lang manigarilyo, hindi siya dose-dependent sa smoking.
Kaya yung mga katulad ko na mahilig pong sumakay ng scooter cabs, mag-face mask po kayo.
Ay, wow! Talaga? Mag-scooter ka?
Opo. Kasi po wala po akong tiyaga sa traffic lalo na ngayong Pasko.
Okay.
So Doc Gwen, thank you for that. Ano po ang nagkukos ng COPD? So you mentioned smoking, pollution. Pero can you give us an idea or describe how it actually develops, no? Or is it something we can be predisposed to? Di ba uso sa ating mga Pilipino yung sinasabing, nasa lahi namin yan eh. So for example, Dolphy passed away to COPD. Is it possible that his kids would inherit or mamamana ba ng anak niya or ng mga apo niya?
Okay. Merong certain type of COPD na meron talagang gene na nahanap na, no? Yung alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency. Although sa Pinoy, we hardly investigate for that. Apparently, mas common siya sa ibang lahi, hindi sa atin. Maaring sa atin, di pa natin na-discover yung gene na yon, no? Pero kung familial, sometimes either you have the gene or you're actually chronically exposed to the same substances. No? Hindi natin alam, malapit pala sila sa factory or malapit sila sa highway, no? Yung mga particulate matter na tinatawag sa air pollution. Na-mention ko sa iyo sa another talk. Sa WHO, 3 times the upper limit tayo dun sa mga particulate matter. So, may risk din talaga tayo to have some form of lung inflammation, lung injury na pwedeng mag-cause ng COPD. So, it can be familial, it can be dahil na-expose ka to the same stuff in your environment, no? Pwede ring, yun nga, meron kang sakit dati, may chronic infection ka na hindi palaging nagamot, no? May certain subset na sinasabi nila yung mga nagka-TB. TB is so common in the Philippines. Meron din silang konting trait na nagiging COPD. Or yung mga may asthma nga na hindi nagamot, pwede ring mag-behave siya like COPD. Although it did not start out as such, pero pwede siyang mag-behave as such later on.
Okay, so yun na rin po yung sa who are at risk of developing.
Oo, so yun nga, napag-usapan natin yung mga smokers, mga exposure. Tsaka, minsan, kunwari sa rural areas, no, yun namang mga nagsisiga, nagluluto na with gatong and uling, no? Tapos masikip yung surroundings, no? They have a small area, so they can easily inhale those. So napansin nila na in coal miners or yung mga nag-uuling, mataas din yung rate ng COPD. May isang study na which actually surveyed some MMDA traffic enforcers. Nakita nila na pag chronically exposed to pollution, may higher risk din to develop COPD. So lahat yan nasa environment natin at sa behavior natin.
Right. So we're all at risk, actually.
In a way, yes.
If you breathe, right?
Kaya lahat tayo, di ba?
Outside.
Wellness, clean air, always. Magkakatabihan palagi.
Right. Nako, alam niyo, pet peeve ko, yung mga nagsisiga ng plastic. Kasi when you commute like I do, you can really smell it in the air. And you kind of feel sad because anywhere you go, of course, malalanghap mo siya. Kasi nasa hangin na eh.
True.
Huwag po kayo magsiga ng plastic, okay? Doc Gwen, what are the symptoms of COPD and why should they be taken seriously by Filipinos na ang kultura natin ay matiisin?
Yes.
So, agad hindi pa gumagapang, kaya pang bumangon,
Correct,
hindi pa pupunta kay Doc. Ano po ang symptoms?
Kadalasan, ang pinaka-complaint nila is hingal. But of course, as I've said, chronic siya, no? So, it happens over time. So, minsan hindi nila napapansin na mas hingal na ako. And lalo pa, kung current smoker sila, ibig sabihin, nagsusmoke pa rin sila, in denial sila, ayaw nilang sabihin sa mga kamag-anak or sa doktor na may konti silang hingal. Kasi, ay hindi, ano lang yan, napagod lang ako, napuyat lang ako kagabi, ganyan. Pero most of the time, it's really, parang hindi mo na kayang gawin yung mga dati mong ginagawa. Or let's say, especially with exertion, no? Akit ka ng hagdan, umikot ka sa around the block, no? Parang, mas may hingal na ako. Minsan, meron tayong tinatawag na flare-ups or exacerbation, mas maraming plema, merong, yun nga, yung tinatawag na wheezing, no? Merong sound, parang nga siyang hika, minsan napapagkamalan na asthma. It means lang tight yung airways, no? So, kadalasan ganon, may hingal, merong masikip sa dibdib kasi they feel congested, dami-daming plema inside. Yun yung pinaka-common na manifestation na symptoms ng COPD.
Okay.
Cough, chronic cough, no? May ubo, yung smoker's cough na tinatawag. Yan, kasama din yun.
Yeah. So, pag meron po kayo nararamdaman na gano'n, pumunta na po kayo agad sa inyong doktor. Huwag po kayo magkonsulta sa kapitbahay or sa tita nyo.
Yes.
Kasi yung kultura natin, di ba ma'am? Parang gano'n eh, magkikwento, makikinig muna sa advice ng ano. Go to your doctor, please, your primary care physician. Don't go to Dr. Google. Go to your doctor and just talk about the symptoms that you are feeling. And do not miss your APE. please.
May mga test naman dyan to actually determine kung talagang meron ka o wala.
Opo.
No? So, minsan may overlap ng symptoms. Like cough can manifest in different diseases. Kaya dapat talaga ma-test at ma-document para magamot agad. Marami kasing smoker na takot, di ba? Ayoko magpa-x-ray. Dok, ayoko magpa-x-ray. Dok, ayoko rin magpa-blowing test. Ganyan-ganyan. So, takot ako malaman. O kaya, hindi, okay ako. Kaya, nade-delay. At pag na-delay, alam natin, progressive siya. Doon tayo nagkakaproblema.
Correct. So, speaking of delay, tas nagiging progressive, kailan po nagiging fatal ang COPD?
Okay, so pinag-usapan natin na progressive siya, no? So, dun sa tail end, dun sa parang isa siyang life story, no? Sa dulo ng ating journey ng may COPD, most of them nagre-require na ng oxygen. Hindi na nila kaya na without oxygen. They need the aid of oxygen kasi tight na masyado yung airways, masyado nang nangapal, and so on. Kadalasan din, pagka nakakabit na sa oxygen, mas mahina na talaga yung kanilang breathing, at pag mababa yung oxygen, nai-impair din yung ibang organs. Like,
Right.
it strains the heart,
Yeah.
and their mobility is also compromised, no? Hindi na sila masyado nakakalakad kasi nga, madalas may hingal, ganyan. And later on, kinuwento ko po yung natatrap yung air dun sa mga air sacs, no? Nawawala elasticity. Some patients would also trap the carbon dioxide inside.
Yeah.
So, pag tumaas na yung carbon dioxide level at mababa yung oxygen, mas toxic po yun sa katawan, no? And then, it causes some other physiologic abnormalities sa heart. Yun nga, nai-stress yung heart, mababa yung oxygen, so they have to pump harder and faster to supply oxygen to the rest of the body. Minsan nagkakaroon po ng tinatawag na heart failure brought about by the COPD, or sometimes, dahil nga smoker sila, meron din silang concomitant heart disease. So, nagiging dalawa yung problema nila na pag pinagsama together, sila yung nagiging mas malubha. And at any time, if they have the exacerbations that I mentioned, yung nagpa-flare up, malaking parang nadapa sila. So, mahirap silang bumangon ulit at bumalik sa dati nilang lifestyle. So, each exacerbation would sort of worsen their quality of life.
Gosh, yung pa naman ng no? What we want to maintain, kahit papano, the quality of our life.
Yes. Tsaka breathing is like so essential, di ba?
Yeah.
Sometimes we take it for granted, pero dun nila nararamdaman na, pati ba naman paghinga, extra effort?
Yeah.
Normally, we don't even think about it. It just happens.
Yeah.
Pero sa kanila, bawat hinga may effort. And they have to consciously think how they can manage to take a deep breath and get relieved by certain maneuvers.
Okay, so, yung po mga nagsisigarilyo.
And vaping
And
also.
vaping. Isip-isip po, pati yung mga nakakalanghap nung second-hand na smoke,
Yes,
no? You're
correct.
affecting a lot of
Correct.
people. But Health Vibe is here to give people hope. That's why we're
Yes.
sharing healthcare information, medical information. So, sakaling naging matapang, nagpa-check, na-confirm, may COPD ako. Ano po ang treatment available, Doc Gwen? And saan pwedeng magpunta? How long does it usually take? Or is it something that would be part of my life na when I get diagnosed?
Okay. Sige. In the medical field, if you talk about cure, it means na alis mo talaga yung disease.
Okay.
So categorically, there's no cure for COPD unless siguro ilang transplant mo siya, which hindi pa masyadong nagagawa dito.
Yeah.
Pero pwede natin siyang i-slow down yung progression. So that's what we do. That's why we need medications. So, una, i-test muna natin, no? Document natin kung talaga bang may COPD. What we usually do is imaging, X-ray, CT scan, and spirometry. It's a blowing test to check gaano ba ka-efficient yung airflow mo. So, based on that, we can actually categorize gaano ba siya ka-tight or hindi. Second, we will give you some inhalers. No? So, depende din sa simptomas, no?
Okay.
Pwede kang mabigyan ng inhaler na tinatawag na bronchodilators. They open up the airways. And some of these patients may also need some inhaled steroids, mga anti-inflammatory na kasama dun sa inhaler. Okay? Other medications or other strategies would be immunization, vaccination against flu, pneumonia, because all of these infections can actually cause flare-ups, yung tinatawag nating exacerbation. Stopping smoking, of course, will also help retard the progression ng pag-deteriorate ng ating lungs. Ano pa? We have pulmonary rehab. So,
Okay.
it's actually an exercise program. Para ka lang nag-gym na may personal trainer. Pero, monitored yung iyong heart rate, BP, oxygen. We actually help our patients do their, their usual tasks, walking. We strengthen their upper arm muscles to help them breathe more efficiently. So, may mga pasyente nga kaming naka-oxygen na, pero nagte-treadmill sila, ganyan. So, this would help them have a better quality of life, no? Mas makakalabas sila. Meron kaming pasyente na may COPD, pero nagsa-saxophone kasi magta-try siya ng mga breathing exercises. So, yun yung mga strategies na pwedeng matulungan yung mga taong may COPD. Hindi naman siya death sentence or we're not supposed to condemn you. Smoker ka kasi dati, kaya yan, mag-suffer ka. Walang ganon. Walang judgment. But we're here to help you as long as maaga kayong kumonsulta para ma-address natin agad.
So there is hope. Even
Yes.
after diagnosis,
Yes,
there is
of
hope.
course, of course.
And napaisip tuloy ako sa mga exercises, no? Yung mga cardio,
Yes.
swimming.
Yes.
Because my son was born with pneumonia.
Oh, okay.
He had to stay in the NICU for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I brought him home a blue baby. And he's visited our office. Nakita na siya ni Joe. Ang laki na niyang tao. Pero nakailang summer kami ng swimming classes.
okay.
Because I really wanted
Yes.
his lungs to become
Yes.
stronger.
May tinuturo mga breathing exercises sa pulmonary rehab para lang ma-train sila paano bago sila mag-exert or bago sila bumuhat ng something or bago maligo, meron sila mga breathing exercises para yung activities of daily living man lang, no? Some COPD patients pati magbihis, maligo, mag-basic necessities, pagod na sila. So that's what we aim to address.
So, eto po, I have to ask about Dolphy. No? We have to state it very clearly, Doc Gwen was not his doctor, but we'll rely on her expertise in general. Kasi, basically, the story was he used to be a heavy smoker, then he stopped. And then, for somehow, but the COPD, I don't know, it got diagnosed or manifested years after, long after he stopped smoking. How come? Parang tumigil na nga mag-yosi di ba? Nagganon pa.
Okay. As I've said, normally, kahit wala tayong smoking, meron tayong age-related deterioration ng lung function. Pero pag smoker ka, mas mabilis, mas accelerated yung decline. Ngayon, even if you stop, of course, may mga konting-konting damages na yan here and there in your lungs, in your airways, plus the aging process, no? I think most smokers who stop, meron na silang konting nararamdaman, pero ayaw nila i-sabihin. Kaya they kinda, wala, ayoko na, nag-stop na ako. Pero meron na silang nararamdaman. Kaya minsan naman yung ibang pasyente sabi na, Dok, yung kumpare ko, nung nag-stop ng smoking, doon nagkaroon ng mga sakit. Pero kasi nga, may nararamdaman na sila, most likely. That's why they stop. Kaya lang, siyempre hindi nila kinabit-kabit yon kasi ano. So I think somehow meron na rin talagang damage sa lungs ni Dolphy. And I think in one of the interviews, hindi rin alam ng mga anak niya. It was not disclosed to them that he had this disease. And yun, siguro minsan yung mga pasyente, nahihiya din sila sa mga anak nila or sa pamilya nila to tell them that they have this disease and they have maintenance inhalers, no?
Right.
Kaya minsan, gumanda yung pakiramdam. Let's say, most of the time we see patients na na-admit sa ospital because of a flare-up, no? That we call that exacerbation. So pag over na natin sila, nabigyan na ng gamot, and they feel better, kakalimutan na nila, hindi na sila magpa-follow up. So, ganoon na naman, no? Hindi natin naalagaan at medyo pa-deteriorate na naman yung lung function nila. That's why we really want to take care of them because it's a chronic disease, it's a long-standing disease, and they need long-term care. Hindi pwede yung yung nalunasan lang yung acute problem.
Yeah. I think yung ugali na hindi rin nagsasabi pag may sakit, nasa culture din natin, Doc Gwen. Kasi ang iniisip, ayaw ko maging pabigat.
Yes, correct.
Diba? But we want you to be around longer, so let us
True,
take care
true.
of you.
True. Totoo.
Speaking of caring, no, we're at the tail end of our interview. So I think we have the COPD, the 101 information na. So sana po, at this point in the episode, kung noong umpisa, hindi po ninyo alam kung anong COPD, ngayon po, sana po malinaw na. Kung may mga katanungan, mag-message lang po sa Facebook ng The Philippine Star, and then we'll try to address your questions. And actually, madami kinuwento si Doc Gwen na gusto kong tanungin, pero ibang episode na lang. Pag-usapan natin ng vaping, Doc Gwen.
Oo.
Diba? Ang dami eh.
Yes.
And I also know for a fact, since I'm a cancer advocate, because my mom is a survivor of breast cancer, smoking, for example, is a risk factor also for breast cancer.
Yes.
Right?
Even lung cancer.
And lung cancer. So, ang daming impact. Basta ang daming tinatamaan.
Yes.
Anyway, Doc Gwen, maybe your message to COPD patients and their carers, please.
Okay. So, sa mga COPD patients, hindi naman hopeless, no? We actually have a lot of programs. There's increased awareness. Yun lang, malungkot kami kasi nandun pa rin siya sa top 10 causes of death.
Yeah.
Actually, all over the world. Kaya, kahit ang dami ng gamot na bago, as long as we don't act on it, we don't change our behavior, alam natin na merong climate change, no, merong air pollution, dapat maging advocate din tayo nun. Para, lalo na sa mga pamilya na nag-aalaga sa COPD, then we should also be advocates of smoking cessation, clean air, ganyan. And then, pag meron na tayong naalagang may COPD, isipin na natin, medyo delicate siya than most people, even their age, no? Most of the COPD patients may edad kasi nga chronic siyang na-expose bago nag-manifest yung disease. So, yung mga may edad, kailangan mabakunahan din sa flu, sa pneumonia, mga common infections. Kasi nga, these infections pwedeng mag-cause ng flare-ups. Ano pa? Yun nga yung activity. And yun nga, always we talk about yung quality of life. Meron silang mga breathing exercises, meron silang mga physical activity, meron silang mga leisurely activity. Kasi ang gusto natin, in spite of the COPD, makakaya nilang to live out the life that they want to, diba? To achieve. So, basta lang, supportive tayo. Medyo wag na natin i-dwell masyado yung, kasi dati ganyan, inabuso mo yung katawan mo. On the other hand, those patients with COPD, kayo po ang living testament na magsasabi kayo sa anak nyo, sa asawa nyo, na wag na po tayo mag-smoke kasi look at me. So, let's not do this na kasi we want to have a better quality of life.
Right. Yun nga yung naisip ko, ma'am, na legacy ni Dolphy. The comedy, okay yun, and everything else that he left with us, right? But the legacy of how we can learn from what happened, no? Yung COPD. Last question, Doc, para sa mga viewers na may mga habits at predisposition that puts them at risk of COPD. So, hindi pa sila diagnosed, pero baka may nararamdaman na, ganyan. Ano po ang inyong parang call to action, your message to them?
Okay. So, kung may nararamdaman, actually, kahit hindi siya COPD, no, ang daming lung diseases, especially now nga na medyo yung air quality natin di maganda. Ang dami po talagang lung diseases, allergies, asthma. So, magkonsulta na kasi dapat maging proactive na tayo. Huwag na tayo yung pagmalubha na kagaya ng minention ni Kai at early on, no? Kailangan magsimula tayo sa maagap, no? That we are able to address these problems properly so that we can take care of our lungs. Kasi basic ang breathing. Breathing is so basic na minsan nakakalimutan natin na important pala siya kasi we take it for granted. No? There are so many disorders na ang manifestation niya is shortness of breath. That's why we want to identify ano yung root cause or maybe combination siya ng dalawang sakit, tatlong sakit. Then let's be proactive and search for it. Huwag na tayong umabot sa hirap na hirap kasi mas mahirap ka din gamutin pag komplikado na siya.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gwen Diaga, for joining us here at Health Vibe. ang dami ko ring natutunan about COPD. At tagal-tagal ko na nag-work sa healthcare content, pero madami ako natutunan today. So sabi nga po ni Doc Gwen, maagap, no? Early detection or diagnosis, no? Early intervention could preserve your quality of life, hopefully, at ganoon din sa mga nakapaligid sa atin. Yung lifestyle po, baka po pwedeng bawasan na or tigilan na ang pag-smoke or yung iba pang yung habits that are increasing your risk for COPD. Until our next episode, thank you so much, Doc Gwen. And thank you to Joe and Anthony. May shout out na, di ba? Our team behind Health Vibe. This has been Kai Magsanok, your host here. Take care and be well.